In this video, I'm going to answer the simple question, what is the speed limit for a campervan in the UK? Hi, in this video I'm going to answer the simple question, what is the speed limit for a motor caravan or campervan in the UK? And in doing so I'm going to source where I'm getting my information from and try and debunk all the myths and misinformation that is commonly spouted as facts on Facebook, forums and various blogs. This also stems from, I overheard a conversation on Saturday at the Van Life show saying, some bloke was saying, you need to change your V5 to a campervan so that you can do 70 miles an hour on the motorway. And there was so much wrong with that statement, I just had to run away screaming, to be honest. But I'll try and explain why there's so much confusion over the speed limits. Now the facts are the speed limits are public on the government website, and everyone agrees with this. The cars can do 60 miles an hour on a single carriageway, 70 on dual and motorway. And a motorhome under 3.05 tonnes unladen can do the same. But commercial vans and motorhomes over 3.05 tonnes are slightly slower at 50 on a single carriageway and 60 on a dual, but they can all do 70 miles an hour on a motorway. So just to clarify, we're talking about 3.05 tonnes unladen weight. Now what that really means is what the vehicle weighs after conversion to motor caravan, but excluding passengers, fuel, water and anything else inside your cupboards. So generally speaking, most 3.5 tonne vehicles will be under 3.05 tonnes unladen. So that's what I'm assuming in this chat, and you need to get yours weighed if you're unsure. Now everybody agrees with this page on the government website. The problem is people say, well, I buy a commercial vehicle which has the lower speed limit, it gets converted to a motor caravan or campervan. When does the new speed limit actually apply? When can I start driving it faster? And this is where people will argue, oh, you can't, it's only if it's a commercial vehicle, commercial conversion. Or they will argue it's only down to the taxation class. Or they will argue it's down to what the V5C body type says, whether it's van with windows or motor caravan. And all of those are incorrect. Now obviously I'm only some other bloke on the internet with an opinion, but I will source where I'm getting my opinion from, and you can decide whether my version of speed limit is correct or Freddie on Facebook who just quotes his mate Bill. Right, so we need to define what a motor caravan is, and the easiest way to do this is to find the legislation that defines the speed limits, and that is basically the 1984 Road Traffic Act, and this covers what the speed limits are for all types of vehicles, including motor caravan and including the summary that's on the government website. But they do say something extra. They say motor caravan has the same meaning as in Regulation 2(1) of the Motor Vehicles Type Approval Great Britain Regulations 1979 piece of legislation. So there's a clear definition in law of motor caravan. So digging out the legislation from 1979, it says a motor caravan means a motor vehicle which is constructed or adapted for the carriage of passengers and their effects, and which contains as permanently installed equipment the facilities which are reasonably necessary for enabling the vehicle to provide mobile living accommodation for its users. That is it. Okay, that is a definition of a motor caravan. There is no link to your V5C, there is no link to your taxation class, and there's no link to being self-build or a commercial converter. So what types of reasonable equipment are there? Now the Department for Transport does actually define what they expect a motor caravan to have, such as seats and a table, sleeping accommodation that may be made from the seats, cooking facilities and storage facilities. They used to have water mentioned as well, but I haven't found that in newer updates. So as long as you've got a permanent converted campervan with a seat, with a tap, with a bit of cupboards with a removable table and with sleeping arrangements, then in law it is a motor caravan and the motor caravan speed limits apply to you. Simple as that. If only. If you've got a stealth van with no windows and you've got a blow-up mattress and a £10 camping stove and a bottle of water, then really that is not within the definition of a motor caravan. Don't get me wrong, you can use it as one and you can go to campsites and happy days, but if it doesn't fit within the legal definition, you may be pushing your luck. Also, if your van has a large garage or workspace which has shelving for goods for sale or for work tools, builder tools, or you have a go-kart or motorbike and tools for that, then you will fall outside of motor caravan as well, because you're carrying goods or burden that are not related to a motor caravan job, and so goods vehicle rules apply. So that's a bit more challenging, especially when you see motorhomes with a garage with a moped. Generally speaking, they should be okay, but if you've got a van that you take racing your bike or go-kart and you've got tools in the back, then you'll probably be still classed as a goods vehicle. You have to be very careful because the MOT may also be a class 7s, but that's outside the scope of this video. So, am I right in law? Well, yes. And if you do some more research, for instance, the Freedom of Information Act, people have asked for clarification on this definition. And I'll just quote one source from the Department for Transport. And their response says, "I can confirm the speed of your vehicle is not connected to the body type on your V5C registration form." They further say, "I assume that your vehicle has been converted to meet the definition of a motor caravan, so as such we need to comply with the speed limit of this type of vehicle dependent on its weight, regardless of what information is on the V5C form." Now that's black and white. I don't think we can be clearer. That is the law. The legislation 1984 plus the 1979 plus them confirms that as long as your campervan is a campervan, in the way it's been built, you have the motor caravan speed limits that apply. That's the facts, and that is how the law states. Now the real world is never that simple. For instance, if you've got your campervan and it's still classed as a van or van with windows on the V5, you're going down a dual carriageway doing 70 miles an hour, as you are legally allowed to do. If the police don't recognise it as a motor caravan, they can pull you over and say, "Hey, you're speeding." And they'll look at it and go, "Oh, actually, no, it's a motor caravan. Sorry guys, on your way, happy days." And you won't get a speeding ticket if you're doing 70 on a dual carriageway. However, if there's a speed camera there and it sees it as a van and takes your photo, the only database the government has that contains the registration number and the vehicle type is hosted by DVLA. So they will tell the speed camera partnership the registration number, the registered keeper, the make, model and the body type. Now the speed camera partnership will see a body type of van with windows and issue you a speeding ticket. And this is why people say you need to have the V5 to say motor caravan to go with the faster limits, but that is not correct. It's basically the speed camera partnership using the data incorrectly. I know. So you get your speeding ticket, but if I am aware of people that receive speeding tickets and paid the fine just for an easy life. I'm also aware of people that have had a speeding ticket and then contacted the partnership or the police and said, "Look, this is my vehicle, here's some photos, it is a motor caravan speed limits apply, not a van, this speed ticket is issued incorrectly, please cancel it," and they've been cancelled. I am not aware of anybody with a proper motor caravan with that's been issued a speeding ticket that they've then argued and been told, "No, sorry, we're going to carry on prosecuting you." If you're aware of anybody, then please do post below and let everybody else know. But if you've got a proper camper van under 3.05 tonnes unladen and it has permanent features, then the law should apply to you, not what DVLA say, as confirmed by the law and Department for Transport previous to this video. So don't get me wrong, having a motor caravan on the V5 is a good idea, and I'll do another video as to other reasons why that may be the case, but it does not actually affect your speed limit, which is what this video is about. The speed limit is only down to the weight of the vehicle being under 3.05 tons unladen, and it having permanent motorhome elements to it, permanently installed, your seating, your storage, your cooking facilities and the like. If you have a stealth van, you know, then you're pushing your luck a little bit. You may get away with it, you may not, especially if you have no windows. So realistically, if you've complied with the DVLA, how to convert a camper van checklist, whether the DVLA have changed you on your V5 or not, that should be good enough for your speed limits. Okay, and I'm only talking about the UK here, abroad is different again. So I hope that answers your question, and feel free to ask any questions in the post below, and if you disagree with it, again, please let me know. I'm giving you my opinion, and I'm giving you the sources of my opinion, and they are linked in the description below, so you can follow those through and do your own research. But if anybody formal wishes to contact me, please do. I'd love to have some more black and white answers from the people in the right places. Hope all this is useful, and enjoy your day. Bye.